The Wash Snow number 7 started on pole at the Jennerstown Speedway for race number 3 of the HARC USA Tour. That's Ruby Bragg from the United Kingdom. But that wasn't the big story this weekend. The big story this weekend was the increased attention by officials on lap traffic. Last week at Flat Rock Speedway, we had a lot of issues with lap cars wrecking the leaders. So those officials are looking at all the drivers on track. And when we have restarts, people are going to be very wary of what those lap cars are doing and whether those moves were legal and proper. So everyone on their toes this weekend, but Ruby Bragg starting to pull away from the rest of the field in the early goings on in this event. Nathan Ormond and Rocco Twyman, 2 drivers that have been struggling this year, rounding out the top 3, having solid runs at the start of this one. But Ruby Bragg has had some issues on track, and we have an issue right behind the leaders, and that'll generate the first caution of the race. Australian Zachary Fitzwater Sr. is racing on the bottom, minding his own business, when William Brock gets turned by Cole Baker in the number 20. This has not been the season for William Brock, and that's just going to add yet another issue to that one-team season. No drivers go out of the race, and we have a restart on lap number 9. Ruby Bragg still out front. Not much change near the front, as no drivers decided to go down pit road. Ruby Bragg having a good run. As you see, Rocco Twyman gets way out of the groove. And, careful guys, I saw Maxwell Chan in the 07 get a little bit wide. Sean Angel, aggressive move on the inside of the number 18 machine of Nathan Ormond. Right now, Jeffrey Finguy is in dead last, 42nd place overall. He's been very upset at the way the season has gone and has really thrown a lot of blame at the other competitors. While he has been in some bad situations, he has to try and get this number 92 car to a good performance. He was disappointed he couldn't perform in front of his hometown crowd, as we see a driver spinning on the backstretch, and that's going to cause our second caution of the race. Finguy will be able to avoid that, and look at that, he's not last anymore. Colombian Sebastian Torres is in the number 96 machine. In the groove, looks like Prince Orang is going to just send him around into the inside wall. I'm not sure what Prince Orang did there. Not sure if they had any conflict on track, but we are getting a word that the 13's been given a warning. So no penalties as of yet, but they're going to keep an eye out on the 13. Maybe he'll be on his toes. That was a little bit of a careless maneuver by the 13. Should have let off the gas a bit. Restart for car number 7, Ruby Bragg. Sean Angel's been getting closer with that big green hood. And look at that, move to the inside. Sean Angel is going to steal underneath the Canadian, the only Canadian on the HARC USA Tour, and the guy who commentates on the HARC Canada Tour. So what a display of cheating going on here by the HARC officials. Sean Angel is going to pull out in the lead with the Achievement Hunter machine. Nathan Ormond's also going to get by Ruby Bragg as we see a little bit of contact in the back. Shrimp Engritz in the number 93 car going to go 3 wide with Cody Smart and Keith Batson. Going to lose a lot of ground, but Chris Louvier going to dive bomb up the track, spin Shrimp Engritz around the Louisiana short track racer, and that's going to bring out our third caution of the race. Not even 20 laps in. So Shrimp Engritz not happy over his radio, and it looks like the officials have given the 98 of Louvier a warning. So Chris Louvier is going to have to be on his toes. Lap 24 would be the restart, and Sean Angel would lead them to the line in that interestingly painted number 94 machine. Sean Angel has had a couple of decent runs this year. Flat Rock Speedway was hectic, but he was actually doing well until a late race incident took him out of the event. He had lost a couple laps early on, but started working his way up through the field, slowly picking off positions. Great start for this number 94 machine. He's going to start to pull away from Nathan Ormond, and you got to give Nathan Ormond some credit. That 18 car has had a rough year so far, was off the pace in Wilmot and Flat Rock. Well, a lot of these drivers don't want to talk about Flat Rock anymore. Keith Bass in car number 39 is going to have an unscheduled stop. It looks like this is for a stop and go penalty. Apparently he passed on the restart before the line, so has to make a stop in his pit stall, and he's going to carry on his way. This is going to definitely hurt the number 39 machine, who is hoping for a decent effort today. He will work his way up pit road, but this will most likely lose him a lap. Ron Orr, car number 17, battling around mid-pack. Runs into the number 33 of DJ Curtis, collects, I believe that's Emmanuel Hartnett. That's going to bring out caution number 4. As these guys having a hard time keeping it going. Ooh, watch out, Tommy. Tommy Turbo almost getting right into the back of the 17. Slows up just in time. They get to the caution, and right now, Sean Angel still in the lead. But we do have to talk about Tyler Thaber, who starts 4th on this restart. Now, Tyler Thaber won last week, but he wasn't very happy about it. He felt that it was a bit of a crapshoot. Tyler Thaber wants to be able to win on a track on his own merit, not because of a lot of cautions and wrecks taking out most of the field. But Thaber seems to be doing that today. He's got a good car, has worked his way up through the field a bit, and is right now running in the 3rd place position. Sean Angel still out front, Ruby Bragg up to 2nd place, and Keith Batson being a grateful back marker on the restart, not getting too much in the way. Well, I say that. Starts to pull ahead of the 94. He did have a better line going through. But Tyler Thaber getting by the number 7 of Ruby Bragg. And Thaber, you know, maybe he's not giving himself enough credit. Maybe he can win on his own accord. Doesn't need a lot of drivers to wreck out to get it done. That 12 machine is on point. Car number 07, Maxwell Chan, had a good run in Flat Rock, but ooh, this was a close call between he and the number 7. Maxwell Chan almost plowed the back of the wash snow machine. He will get by though, and perhaps gain a spot on the number 7, but he's got Joshua Bell on the inside. Corey with Maxwell Chan currently having a decent run. This could result in a good point stay if he can stay. Oh man, Ruby Bragg, there must be something wrong with the number 7. She's been very off kilter these past couple of laps as she tries to keep from losing positions, but just dropping like a rock through the field. Takumi Hirano in the number 74 has worked his way to the top 10. The Japanese driver got the pole at Wilmot, but after that, it's been a real struggle. Immediately fell off the pace in Wilmot and finished poorly, and then Flat Rock was a nightmare for the 74 team. So the Fargo machine not having a bad run, even getting by current points leader Matt McIntire, and the yellow flag waves, bringing us under the caution for yet the 5th time today. Their old pal Chris Louvier again. It looks like he's going to get into the back of Nathan Hood. Oh, so close. But Alex Pagao and Grayson Acavito in the 24 both getting involved in that one. So I don't know about that one right there. Looks like they're not saying anything on Louvier since he did get a lot of damage from it, but a lot of drivers are kind of grumbling at Louvier's lack of control coming out of turn 2. Grayson Acavito was the sole casualty of that last caution. So we go back racing on lap number 50. Tyler Thaber lost a couple spots on track to Cole Baker and Chris Dodd respectively, so he will restart 4th. Sean Angel, another great restart, pulling away from the rest of the field as Tyler Thaber is going to dump the number 88 of Chris Dodd, and we have caution out on the racetrack. Thaber making contact with the 88, just turning him out of the 2nd corner, and it looks like he's going to gain a spot on Cole Baker too. Caution is out, and we have a report that there's more trouble on track. Gabriel Wanderley, the Brazilian, makes contact with Maxwell Chan. He's going to collect James Silverfox in number 27. There's Joshua Bell in the 57 as well, and ooh, William Duncan, who's just been having an awful, awful season, gets involved with that as well. So a lot of chaos on this caution, and we're getting a report a warning is being handed down to car number 12, Tyler Thaber. So he's going to have to watch himself for the rest of this race. I'm not really sure what the deal was with that spin, but Tyler Thaber seemed a little upset with Chris Dodd. On the restart, lap 56, the number 94 leads the race, and we have to point out that so far, after our 50 laps of racing so far, very low attrition rate. We've only had Grayson Acevedo go out of the race in that number 24 machine, so good job on these guys for just keeping it on track. Matt McIntire in the number 0 Airhogs machine is your points leader and currently 3rd on track. In fact, I think that was the pass for 2nd, so McIntire just climbing through the field. He has a great points lead on the rest of the field as he finished well both in Wilmot and Flat Rock. He actually survived that. this is looking to be another solid finish, but as we see, the caution flag out yet again. Have to see what happened. It's like Nathan Ormond and Rocco Twyman, both of them had a good start to this race. It's going to go sour as the 18 just loses it in front of the 25. Ooh, and this is a big stack up. Maxwell Chan, Cody Smart, Jeffrey Finguy, Troy McClure, John Gambit, Shrimp Angris. Plenty of cars involved in this one, and a lot of drivers that really did not need a bad run today. A lot of banged up fenders, a lot of crushed hopes and dreams. Under caution, we have an issue. The number 94 car is coming to pit road unscheduled. We're getting a report, flat tire, he hit some debris from that big accident. So Sean Angel is going to go from leading this race to pit road. So what a shame for Sean Angel, who has led the most laps so far. You see plenty of other drivers on pit road, Jeffrey Finguy, Maxwell Chan. This gives the lead over to Matt McIntire in car number 0. He's going to get a point for a lap led. That's going to help him greatly in the championship stand. Oh no! Matt McIntire is going to lose a motor. Are you kidding me? Does anyone want to lead this race? How about the 33 at Curtis? But this is such a disappointment. Matt McIntire is going to lose an engine on that number 0, and that is going to hurt in the points run. We've had very low attrition this race, so this is going to be a poor performance for Matt McIntire. It's such a shame. Had such a good car today and a great run. Well, looks like the curse for first is going to end with DJ Curtis. Curtis just finds himself thrusted into the race lead, and he's going to get a lap-led bonus that time around in the Craig machine. Finished very poorly at Wilmot. No one knows where anyone finished at Flat Rock. It was just a wild blur of scrap metal and anger. As the number 33 machine tries to keep it out front. Look at this gaggle of cars. They're running about 4 wide. Gotta be careful. We've known how treacherous turn number 2 can be. Tyler Thaber looking low. 3 wide for the race lead as Rim Hardigan. Car number 66. The Australian goes underneath. Looks like the 66 is going to sneak his way back into the race lead as we have an incident on track. Joshua Michaels in the 0-3. Looks like Nathan Ormond again, and oh, hard contact with that inside wall, but no caution as technically the 0-3 was off the racing surface. Unfortunately, that will end Joshua Michaels' day in its tracks. Rim Hardigan, the 66, has been very vocal after the Flat Rock event. He felt that that should have been his race. He said he had the best car out there and that he deserved to win, but circumstances took him out of it. But the fast signs, number 66, having a good run today and was able to muscle his way past the race leaders. Now he has to contend with a bit of lap traffic. There's Keith Batson, who fell off the lead lap early on in this event with a penalty on the restart. Chris Louvier is there as well, who's been having a bit of trouble keeping his car under control today. Tyler Thaber starting to catch up. There's that 74 of Hirano trying to go after him. As look at this, Takumi Hirano, car number 74, struggled the first 2 events, but look at this. He's going to go underneath and pass Rim Hardigan for the lead. HARC USA has become a bit of an international show today. A United Kingdom driver got the pole, a Canadian led the most laps, an Australian took it away, and now a Japanese driver sits out front. DJ Curtis was really the only American representing up front. But Takumi Hirano, this could be a good confidence booster for this number 74 team. He's not really experienced at this style of racetrack. He's more of a road ringer. We will have 2 road courses that we can go to, as look at that, pass underneath. Car number 20 is going to go 3 wide and take the race lead. That's Cole Baker and the Motec number 20. Great job by Cole Baker. Good on these short tracks. Very tight racer. Now he's going to get past that last lap car of Chris Louvier that got by in the inside line. And Cole Baker is going on a tangent. He's pulling out a huge lead. Takumi Hirano, I don't think he saw that coming, as Cole Baker must have been saving his equipment or something, because this car is just blazing out of the gate and is just working his way up to the front. Cole Baker is saying over the radio that he's got a great car today. He's liking the way this is feeling. Now he just has to keep it in one piece and make it to the finish. Sean Angel lost a lot of positions on pit road after that tire puncture, but after that restart on lap 81, he's up to the top 10 on track. Sean Angel has a great race car today. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, contact! Jerry Guerra almost got wrecked by Zachary Fitzbar, but going back to Sean Angel. Angel has a solid race car today. He's been able to pick off drivers left and right. Now he's got his sights set on the race lead. We got to talk about Robert Piet, car number 82, sits 5th on track. The Dutch driver, known lovingly as the Flying Dutchman, certainly having a great run today. He's soaring to the front, as Robert Piet has not really made much of an impact in the previous two events. Gained a couple of his laps back last week at Flat Rock, but been kind of under the radar. Now, Robert Piet, president for DASCAR, that association of racing that rivals the HARC series, deciding to do some short track racing. Chris Dodd has worked his way back up to the 3rd place position after being wrecked by Tyler Thaber, and you can see him back there. I think Tyler Thaber doesn't want to risk that points run because he decided not to give Chris Dodd any trouble getting by. Thaber may be saving his stuff for later in the event, but Chris Dodd with those fresh tires has been able to really work his way up through the field with the Spy Optic machine. He's got a little ways to go before he catches up to Cole Baker and Takumi Hirano, but Chris Dodd seemingly having a great run so far. Cole Baker in the number 20 has hit lap traffic on lap 100 of this event. Now this could be an issue for the 20, as this lap traffic is pretty dense and a lot of these cars have a lot of damage to them. Nathan Orman, the back of that car is all out of sorts. Same with Wanderley and Engrid. William Duncan is there, and he seemed to have an issue wherever he is on the racetrack. So Cole Baker trying to find a way to get by, makes some contact with the wall. That's going to slow him down heavily, and as you can see, Takumi Hirano has clear racetrack behind him. Hirano doesn't have to worry about anything. Car number 6 of William Duncan has the phrase, "This car will break," on the back of that machine, and that seems to be the case this year. He's currently dead last in the point standings. Even William Brock is ahead of him despite his issues on track. But car number 6 currently 29th right now. If he can stay in this position, this will be his season best finish. As you can see up front, there's a challenge for that race lead as Takumi Hirano in the number 74 machine trying to work his way underneath the 20. Looks like Hirano is going to get it done. Let's get another view of that. Takumi Hirano was able to catch up to Cole Baker. Baker really struggling with this lap traffic, trying to pinpoint where they're going to be on the racing surface. The 74 seems to be able to work that low line pretty well. He's able to catch up, make the pass, and deal with this lap traffic in an efficient manner. As you can see, Cole Baker, he seems to be fast on the outside, but having a hard time with that inside line. He's starting to slide up the racetrack, going through turns 1 and 2. We saw him get into the wall earlier on. But the 74 of Takumi Hirano having a good show for the fans out there today. And I'm sure his fellow Japanese countrymen are proud of him as well. Nathan Hood sits 10th on track. It's been a bad luck year for Nathan Hood. Usually he's running inside the top 10, sometimes up in the top 5. And something goes wrong with the Dogfish Head Brewery machine to send him out of the race. He's hoping to knock on wood this time around, keep that number 54 car in a good points day. Only 7 races on the schedule, plus the finale tandem race between the US and Canadian Tour. So not a lot of ground to make mistakes, especially in a 42 car league. So Nathan Hood getting around Prince Oregon the 13 had to make an unscheduled pit stop. Takumi Hirano was out front, but we've hit an open gap, and that's allowed Cole Baker and now Chris Dodd to train up to the 74. Cole Baker is going to steal the lead away on the inside line. Here comes Chris Dodd. Can Chris Dodd come from behind and take a victory today as well? A great battle up near the front is brewing as 3 really solid competitors battling for that top spot amidst all these lap cars. Cole Baker able to steal that lead. 2 wide battle between Dodd and Hirano. Dodd's got a good run on that inside line. Can he make anything happen with it? Oh, Hirano almost stepped out on the back end. There is some damage to that 20 as well, and that's going to allow Chris Dodd underneath. That damage could be from contact with the wall. He did make a little bit of contact early on, kind of beating up the back end. Dodd in the number 88 having a good run. And as you can see, look right behind there. That is car number 3 of Tommy Turbo. Now, Tommy Turbo has fallen a lap down. Oh, issues for car number 20. Car number 20 has blown a motor. And that's going to send him out of the race. Cole Baker was having such a good effort, and that's just going to end it for him. What a shame, but now we have Tommy Turbo up there, and he's gunning it after the number 74, trying to hold him off and perhaps allow his teammate, Chris Dodd, to win this race. Look at that, he's right on the back bumper of the 74. What can Tommy Turbo do to help his teammate? The 3 car damaged, but still quick on the inside line. The 74 car has used up a lot of his stuff early on. And as Chris Dodd laps Cody Smart, I believe, Tommy Turbo is going to pass second place. And now Takumi Hirano has 2 cars to deal with if he wants to get to the race lead. Speaking of a driver trying to get to the race lead, it's Sean Angel, 3rd place on lap 135 of 140. Can Sean Angel come from an issue on pit road to winning the race that he led early on? Angel has been just seeing red, aiming for that front pack, and now he's caught them. He's had to gain a lot of ground. He's definitely setting some of the fastest laps out there today, and he's caught up to that back bumper of the number 74 machine. We see up front that Chris Dodd has slid up the racetrack, has allowed the 09 machine to get by the 88. Now we have Tommy Turbo. Tommy Turbo, it looks like he's guarding that inside lane. Oh, Chris Dodd hits the wall. Dodd makes a mistake. The 88 has given up the race lead to car number 74. Tommy Turbo trying to hold off the 74, but the 74 has gone to the inside. Now, the officials are watching this. Tommy Turbo cannot hit that leader, or else there will be some serious consequences. See Nathan Hood on the inside as well. Looks like he's having an issue. Yet again, white flag lap. Car number 74 in the lead. Sean Angel, car number 94, down low, getting by Chris Dodd and by Tommy Turbo. Coming to the end. Who can get it done? Takumi Hirano out front. Sean Angel with a move. Diving move into turn number 4. Can Angel get it done? No! Car number 74 of Takumi Hirano gets his first career win in the HARC USA Tour here at the Jennerstown Speedway. What a finish, Sean Angel. If he had one more lap, he could have gotten it done, but the Japanese-born driver Takumi Hirano gets it done here today. What an exciting finish, and what a well-deserved victory for that young man trying to make his own in United States stock car racing. He's going to stay out and do a victory lap for the fans here at Jennerstown, as we will take a look at what our finishing results were in the top 10. Takumi Hirano was your race winner. Sean Angel, a solid second place finish, followed by Chris Dodd, who had a solid effort as well. Tyler Thaber, 4th place, showing that he actually is very good at racing. The 74F of Brian Fox was quiet today, but managed to finish in 5th place overall. Joseph Vanesto in the 90 was 6th, followed by Australian-born Rim Hardigan. Another Aussie, Zachary Fitzwater, in the 59, 8th place. The pole sitter finished 9th in the form of Ruby Bragg, and Jerry Guerrera parks his lift machine in the 10th place spot. Looks like he reached his destination.